tomorrow.
Introduce yourself.
Interview is tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. All the best. Shall I introduce yourself?
I belong to Baleswar district. I have done my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya Bhavani Patna. Thereafter, I have done my intermediate from Naidu Science College Bhubaneswar and graduation from VSSUT Burla. My hobby is Odissi dancing and my achievements include representing Odisha at International Filmfare Festival in 2007 and Vedanta Gyanshri Award for topping the district.
What was your subject in the OAS examinations?
Home science and geography.
Why home science, geography, not civil engineering?
Sir, I wanted a subject which would help me in contributing to the civil services. So I felt choosing geography and home science can help me more.
How home science can help you more?
Sir, it has a very vital role to play in women and child development specifically. For example, malnutrition was a part of my syllabus. So most of the projects that we do for the women these days is generally focused on.
So you feel civil engineering has no role in the development process?
No, sir. It has many roles in development process. For example, but now I have a variety of 3, so it will be better for me. Also, for every infrastructure project, we need civil engineering, and infrastructure being the backbone of the society and the government. It will definitely.
So my point is, you could have taken civil engineering as a subject in the Odisha administrative service examinations.
Yes.
Why you have not taken civil engineering as a subject? You feel you are weak in civil engineering?
No, sir, definitely not. That is not the case. So, just for the variety of reading 3 different subjects, and contribution will be more since I know 3 subjects now. So, that is the reason I chose.
It's a competition.
Yes.
Competition means for people who do better in the written examination, they get a call for interview.
Yes.
Okay. So normally people used to take a subject they are more familiar with. Okay. You have taken unusual subject.
Sir, I had interest in these, so I was quite familiar because also geography has much of overlap with civil engineering. So, that has also helped me. So,
The answer I am not getting.
Okay, Tanmita,
sorry.
here you have mentioned that you are a graduate from Sangeet Natak Academy. So you have a passion for arts and
Odissi dancing.
Odissi dance basically, okay. So didn't you see a career in Odissi dance?
Sir, I pursue that as a hobby, which is majorly to de-stress myself.
Okay.
So, I have never seen it as a career rather than a hobby only.
Okay, fine. So what are you doing now basically?
So, I have been teaching since 3 years at different coaching institutions, teaching geography for.
Okay, so this is your first attempt?
No, sir, this is my second.
Second attempt.
Yes.
Okay. So you belong to which district?
Baleswar, sir.
Baleshwar. So what is special about your district, Baleshwar?
So, there are many specialties about Baleswar. Firstly, the Chandipur Missile Testing Center. Secondly, sir, the culture of Baleswar. Thirdly, there are many sea beaches like Talasari Beach and Chandipur Beach as well. Yes.
So you mentioned the culture of Baleshwar. So what is so special about it?
So Baleswar is basically a district based on the Shiva culture. That means there are many temples like Chandaneshwar, Bhusandeshwar and all in Baleswar district specifically. Also, sir, we are a land of poets, famous poets and writers. So that is special about Baleswar.
Can you name a few such writers?
Sure, sir. Fakir Mohan Senapati being the first, Vyasakavi Fakir Mohan Senapati. Secondly, Radhanath Rai, sir.
Okay.
So,
Few more?
Okay, Manoj Das, sir.
Okay. Have you read Manoj Das?
I know a little bit, sir. Manoj Das recently had passed away last year. He was a famous fictional writer.
What was my question? My question is, have you read Manoj Das?
Okay. No, sir. I haven't read him.
Okay. So your first preference is
Odisha
administrative service. Why?
Sir, I'm more inclined towards the developmental work and diversity of the job that this profile will provide me. That is why I'm inclined.
Have you understood the administrative functionaries? I mean, the basic what you are going to do.
So they are basically posted as, yes sir, they are basically posted as Tahsildar, Deputy Collector or BDO, Block Development Officers, and other in almost all departments of the state. So they are there in every department of the state, for example health, education.
What is your vision of development as a future civil servant?
So me personally, I want to contribute to the education sector and the women sector.
How? Have you got any idea, any blueprint?
Yes sir, my focus in education is specifically going to be on mental health, because I believe it is a very burning problem of today's generation. So I want that every week at least we should have a class dedicated solely to the mental health issue. This is the first one, sir. Secondly, more focusing on the activity and co-curricular activities rather than just the rote learning and the system that we have now. This is
So
my
you
focus.
mentioned about mental health. How do you define mental health?
So it is the sound, if we are at a sound position to think and take decision, then that is a good mental health, I can say. Without any pressure or anything that is bothering us to take some decision which is not good. That is mental health, sir.
So how do you view mental health in your scheme of things as a civil servant?
So it is very necessary, first of all, for starting from child to the old age person, being able to make a balance between professional and personal life is the best kind of mental health, I can say. Secondly, sir, dealing emotional intelligence is a very important part of the mental health.
So you mentioned about emotional intelligence. How do you define that?
So not reacting extremely to any situation, be it too happy or be it very sad, if we are in a balanced position and we are not reacting extremely to any kind of situation, that is emotional intelligence, sir. Any kind of emotions.
So you say no reaction is equal to emotional intelligence?
No sir, not no reaction, but no extreme reaction. That means sad means we are going towards completely negative, or it is implicating on some of the other activities of our day-to-day life, then that is bad. We will definitely react as it is a part of human life, but not extreme.
No, that's one aspect of it. But when we discuss emotional intelligence, what is the basic concept?
So basic concept according to ethics, it says that emotionally you should be very sound to take a particular decision. For example, something in around has come which is case related to women. We see some destitutes and women in everyday life, but then we need to take the right decision at that time rather than emotionally thinking about the same situation. So right
So you are
decision.
saying those who have a better sense of emotional intelligence are better stable in their life, right?
Not exactly, yes sir, stable, and they are taking good decisions, I can say. It is a mandatory point.
Okay, fine. So your subjects are geography and
Home science.
home science. So do you find any place of emotional intelligence in home science?
Yes sir. So women and child development, as I said, it definitely has emotional intelligence in implementing the schemes of the government. We need not be too dragged into the situation nor too unemotional about the situation. We have to take a middle path and follow the law of the nation, law of the land to implement the decisions. So that is where.
On that very day, we had a thorough discussion on various aspects.
Yes sir.
And I had categorically told her that you are a UPSC material, and she is also making a frantic effort for UPSC examination. This time, be sure you will clear for us. It is not a big problem because your presentation is nice, your conceptual analysis is superb. There is no problem at all.
Thank you very much.
And the second, just one or two questions on geography. Just tell what is geostationary satellite?
Yes sir. Geostationary satellite stays in around the equator and fixed around the equator. That means it is not moving. It is at par, moving at in the same speed as well as the same location every day. That is geostationary satellite.
From the surface of the earth above this, from the surface of the earth above,
Yes.
how much kilometer above? From surface of the earth, that geostationary satellite is fixed.
Sorry sir, I cannot recall right now.
It is around 37,000 to 38,000 kilometers.
Kilometers. Okay.
How many spheres are there?
Spheres.
Spheres from the sea level or from the surface of the earth?
Troposphere, yes.
How many
sir.
spheres are there?
Troposphere, then is stratosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Exosphere also includes ionosphere.
And what about mesosphere?
Yes, sir. I skipped mesosphere. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
What is the International Space Station?
Sir, it is now we have international space station by 4 different developed countries, and in there the researchers stay for a few days and research about the space. So it is, we can say, artificial habitation created in the space
Within
within the exosphere, sir.
kilometer from the
Sir, it
surface
is
of the
in
earth?
low Earth orbit, which is, I believe, 8,000 kilometers.
300 to 400 kilometers.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
3 to 400 kilometers. This is that International Space Station is located.
Okay, sir.
You see, lot of questions can you put on
Possible,
geography.
yes.
Lot of questions can you put on your civil engineering. Actually, our brother had asked you one point that even if you have taken civil engineering as a subject, you have not been able to keep it in your optional subject. Whether this subject has any relevance in the civil service,
Yes,
that
sir.
was his question. I think so.
Sir,
So, you have completed your degree in civil engineering. On that day, this question was also discussed, what I recall. How civil engineering will be helpful if you become a civil servant, you become OS, or you become BDO. How?
So
On that day, we had discussed this.
yes, sir. For project developmental work includes the projects, and infrastructure is the backbone. So that is how we can think. And secondly, I had also mentioned that I have learned group activities through civil engineering, through my engineering career, and communication as well. So that is also going to help. This is what I recall, sir.
On that day, two things I had told you.
So,
First, for development activities of the block, money is being released by Government of Odisha and Government of India.
yes, sir. Yes.
Out of the total amount, usually it is observed that 60 to 70% money is being utilized for permanent structure of work, for permanent structures, and 20 to 30% is being utilized for development of roads. So when the question of a permanent structure comes into being, at that time, an estimate is prepared.
Yes, sir.
Who
Yes.
prepares the estimate?
The chief
I had told you
engineer.
there are three persons in the block. One is junior engineer, one is assistant engineer, one is executive engineer. The junior engineer prepares the estimate. The assistant engineer gives his approval that yes, the estimate prepared by the junior engineer is correct in all respect, and finally it comes to video. So when you are a civil engineer and when it will come to you for sanction and approval, at the time you can see
Yes.
whether the JE and assistant engineer who have prepared the estimate, it is completely okay or not. Here your engineering knowledge, civil engineering knowledge will be helpful or not.
Yes, sir. Yes.
On that day we had discussed.
Yes, sir. We have.
Secondly, what happens normally for a normal human being or for a normal officer who becomes BDO, that after the completion of the work, what the JE does, the JE prepares a bill, the assistant engineer check measures the bill. 10% of the total work is being check measured by the assistant engineer up to a level. Supposing up to, I don't know now what is the amount, perhaps 1 or 2 lakhs. Supposing above 5 lakhs, it is being check measured by the executive engineer. Okay. So when all these check measurements are over, at that time the file comes to the BDO for releasing the payment.
Yes.
But before releasing the payment, you can also see whether the works entered in the measurement book by junior engineer, certified by assistant engineer, executive engineer are proper or not. Here your engineering knowledge will come into
Picture.
focus.
Yes.
These are the things we had discussed on that day
So
also.
we had. I'm sorry, sir. I could not recall. Yes.
बुझलो नहीं है?
ठीक है सर कौन
नहीं, से जोटा
काली तार इंटरव्यू
से जोटा पचार से